So, it's interesting. There's a new show on Netflix right now called Orion the Dark.
Mm.
It's a cartoon show that just came out in February. And I noticed it because, I keep seeing Orion in the consciousness, and I have this new app that's a social media app that is free speech and fully encrypted and no government can get into. And it's like really solid. I spent 5 years building this.
Amazing.
And it's called Orion.
Yeah.
And so I, of course, saw this show, Orion in the Dark. And it's this little cartoon about this little boy who's like maybe 10 or 11 years old. And his name's Orion, and he's terrified of everything. So he lives his life in fear, literally in fear. And, from the darkness is like his enemy to you name it, this is going to happen. He's like super pessimistic. And so his parents try to get him over this. And they tell at school, okay, tomorrow you need to come back with a permission slip to go to a planetarium. So we're going to go on a field trip to the planetarium. And his girlfriend, that in his own mind, a girl that he's got a crush on, actually is excited to see him there because she could tell she also kind of likes him. So she comes up to him and says, are you going to the field trip tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow. And he's like sheepish because he was terrified to go.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go. So, but he wanted to go to see her, but it was like too much risk for him. So he went home, he goes to bed that night, and there's a storm. And his parents are trying to convince him to go. And there's a bad storm outside. It causes an electrical outage. So he has no light, and now he's in the dark, and his even flashlight battery runs out. And so the darkness surrounds him and turns into a monster.
Okay.
And the monster is haunting him in his room. And finally, he's like so terrified of the monster, and the monster's like, I'm so tired of people being afraid of me. This sucks, right? And so he's just like wants to be his friend. And so this sits down and he says, look, come with me. I'll take you around the world for the next 24 hours. And I have to go and do my job and bring darkness to the world.
Because I have a place.
Because I have a place in the world, right? And he has to beat the sunlight, it's going around the earth. So he goes to all these different countries all over the world and everything. And it's a great little story. And in the process of it, you realize that this is a story being told by Orion now as an adult. So this is back in 1995. Orion's an adult now. And he's telling the story to his daughter. Her name's Hypatia. So he, you're going back and forth between him telling the story, and she's like, but what happened next, Daddy? What happened next? Well, what was interesting about the whole thing is that you realize that this is just a metaphor for his own darkness. The aspects of himself that he didn't understand, the shadow that he had not integrated, so therefore was fearful of, because we fear everything we don't understand, even the aspects of ourselves that we cannot see. So the whole point of the film was to learn how to accept. It doesn't mean that you have to condone all the negative aspects.
That's right. Or be a doormat.
That's right. So we've got this whole thing where
we think if we accept it, we're complacent, right?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's acceptance, because arguing with what already is futile. It's just saying, okay, this has happened. Now I have my energy not to resist it. What can I do about it from here?
Exactly. It's the resistance.
Yeah.
So whatever we resist will persist.
And we can accept resistance.
That's right. So if we can accept and realize what is, I'm not afraid of people that have darkness in them.
Yeah.
Everybody has darkness in them. There's not a single person on planet Earth that has more or less darkness than anyone else.
Yep.
Now, that's an interesting one, because people hear that, they go, what? What are you talking about? There's evil people in the world and everything. Oh yeah, there are evil people in the world. And you know what makes those people evil? Their non-acceptance of their darkness.
That's right.
I am definitely afraid of people. And I realize that it's all just projections of me. But I'm definitely afraid of people that believe they have no darkness and project that darkness onto everyone else.
That's right.
Because those are the ones that become the Hitlers. Those are the ones that become the people that have inflicted terror and pain on humanity. Time and time again. I've never heard of a villain who believed himself a villain. Villains always perceive themselves as heroes.